everybody, Mac here. Welcome back to the show. We are at day 9 of the Big Bad Toy Store 25th Anniversary Celebration. 25 days of reveals, 25 days of orders. And before we get started, I have my like, comment, subscribe spiel stuck at the end of the videos. But I just want to take a minute to thank everybody that has subscribed. And please, if you like what we do here, please consider being a subscriber. I'm asking this up front because YouTube has done their yearly purge this past month. Any YouTuber you pay attention to, I'm sure at some point says, hey, make sure you're still subscribed. Hey, if you haven't, please subscribe, because people are getting unsubscribed. That happens every year. YouTube purges dormant accounts, bot accounts, things like that. And over the past month, I know I had about around 80 subscribers shed away from me for things like that. So it's a small channel. 80 subscribers may not seem like that big of a deal. It is to me. So I would appreciate the love. All right. So now that that's out of the way, I'm always awkward about that stuff. I apologize. Let's get to why you're here, and that is day 9 of the Big Bad Toy Store 25-year celebration. And what we were taking a look at, this was the silhouette for today. I had predicted it was something from Fresh Monkey Fiction. I was right, but not in the way I thought I was going to be. What we have today is the Eagle Force Star Commanders Alpha Team Command Unit 1/18th scale Big Bad Toy Store 25th Anniversary exclusive action figure. It is one of their 3 3/4 figures for Eagle Force. Once again, I completely forgot that Fresh Monkey Fiction ran Eagle Force. I thought it was a different company that handled Eagle Force. I forgot it was Fresh Monkey Fiction. So this is what we have today. And the price on this is $29.99. As I said, it is a 1/18th scale, a 4-inch figure. And what you get with it is the Alpha Team Command Unit figure, 6 alternate head sculpts, 6 pairs of interchangeable hands, blaster rifle, blaster pistol, bubble helmet, jetpack, flame effects, effect pieces, cowboy hat, goggles, briefcase, and a display stand. So one thing I have to give them, that for being 4-inch figures, $30 is a bit of a steep price point on it. But you do get a lot of stuff with that. So I don't know how well widespread the collecting is for these. I do think they're kind of cool. If I still collected 3 3/4 or 4-inch figures, Eagle Force here would definitely be something that I would consider dipping into. And this is just funny. I really, I like some of the things that they have going with this. Like, I like the Major Coco, the monkey head, the cowboy hat is quite obviously a nod to that old 80s cartoon. What was it? Space Rangers or something like that? Star Rangers. I can't remember what the name of it was. But there's a lot of like really cool pieces with this figure. That jetpack is so like Flash Gordon and retro. And if you put that jetpack on the figure with that bubble helmet and like that, what head would you use? Coco would work with anything. Coco would probably look hysterical with the cowboy hat on. But also that Alexander Thompson, is that it? Yeah, Alexander Pike Thompson head with the bubble helmet on. That would look really cool as well. All of them would look cool, actually. Like, it is a good looking figure. I just don't collect 4-inch figures. And that is the only thing that was released as part of the celebration. There was a lot of other stuff that got released on Big Bad Toy Store today, and we're going to be talking about that in a moment. However, there is one other thing I wanted to talk about with Fresh Monkey Fiction right here. Yesterday, when I was making the prediction that this was going to be something from Fresh Monkey Fiction, with Monster Force still on pre-order, with Crimson Shadow on pre-order, and now they're coming out with the Soldiers of Fortune line, I was really hoping that they weren't going to start a 4th line of pre-orders for their collections and focus on getting out the things that people are already ordering. And then this was released, and Eagle Force is already a line that they have in production, they've been selling, so that's fine. The other thing, though, that Fresh Monkey Fiction announced yesterday, through Instagram at least, is where I found it, that I'm not really thrilled with, is this. The release of the Peter and Patch Pumpkin. Was it Pumpkin Face? This came out last year. They attempted to get this off the ground. It's part of their Naughty or Nice collection, or was originally supposed to be part of their Naughty or Nice collection. And they did the thing where they were using the pre-orders from Big Bad Toy Store as sort of like their Kickstarter, which is what they do for the Naughty or Nice collection. Most recently, they did it with the Santas that came out. And the idea was that the more pre-orders they got in would put it to a next tier. They would release more figures. It's pretty much what they did with Operation Monster Force. However, this line didn't get enough pre-orders, so it was canceled. And there was this one that we have a picture of. There's another one that's a little bit more friendly. This one definitely is like, I don't want to say the evil version, but this is like the scary, meaner version. That there's another one that's a little bit more friendly, that I think he was wearing a flannel shirt, had overalls, had more of like a farmer look to him. And then there was a bunch of smaller figures that were like 5 POA 3 3/4 figures, very much aping the sets that they put out for the Christmas line, for the Santas and for the elves and the Nutcrackers and things like that. So they went up for pre-order last year, didn't make it, so the whole thing was canceled, and then they came out with Operation Monster Force. And now they're going to be re-releasing these for pre-order. They are going up for pre-order at the end of this month on October 28th. So we're going to have Operation Monster Force, Crimson Moon, I keep calling it Crimson Shadow, I'm sorry, Crimson Moon, Soldiers of Fortune, and now Naughty or Nice again. I go back to what I said when the Soldier of Fortune figure came out. Focus on getting your stuff out the door. Focus on getting done what you've already promised and what's already being pre-ordered. I did pre-order these ones. I did back them. And I was upset when it got canceled, but that happens. I get that. Now, putting them out, they should hold back. Maybe put it out next year. Maybe get some stuff out the door. Get items in people's hands before you try doing something like this. Bring it out for Halloween of 2025. I don't know. That's just me. I think this is doing too much. They need to rein it back and actually get stuff into people's hands. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's move on. That, as I said, there were other things that got released on Big Bad Toy Store today. There was a lot of MOTU stuff that got released, going along with what got released yesterday. Now, remember, yesterday, these were released as part of the Big Bad Toy Store 25th Anniversary celebration. The Skeletor sword and the Faker prop replica sword. These were both foam rubber swords. They were limited edition, 500 for Skeletor, 250 for Faker. And I had thought I saw the Power Sword come out, the standard He-Man silver Power Sword come out. I thought I had seen that. I thought I remembered that. I remembered wrong because it was just released today, and this is it. It looks exactly like the other two. It looks exactly like Skeletor's, looks exactly like Faker's. It has the silver blade with the gray cross piece and everything. It's the same price, $59.99, $60, but it is not a limited edition. This is just go with it. So if these do sell out, they should have a lot more legs than the Faker and the Skeletor swords do. Now, I know this may be kind of janky, but if you missed out on the Skeletor swords, if you missed out on the Faker swords, you could always get more than one of these and paint it purple, paint it orange, get yourself the ones that you want so that you can have those crossed swords if you missed out on Skeletor. Or if you didn't get Skeletors because you were like, what's the point if I don't have the He-Man sword and now it's too late to get Skeletors? There's this. Now this one, because there is no limit to it, I am thinking of getting this one, but I'm thinking forward into the future that if they do release She-Ra's Sword of Protection, it would be cool to have this one so you can kind of mount them crossed, which is what I would assume a lot of people would do with the silver and the purple. I would do the same thing just with the Sword of Power and the Sword of Protection. So I'm considering picking up one of these. I don't know if I'm going to pre-order it. I might wait until they come out. They're supposed to come out first quarter of 2025. And like I said, at the time of this recording, they're not sold out, but they're also not limited to a certain number of pieces either. So I'm not going to say they won't sell out, but I don't think it's going to be the same issue that we had yesterday where like there won't be any left by the end of the day. And if they're not, I missed out on that one too. So this was the first thing that really caught my eye because it just sort of left a bad taste in my mouth with the two that came out yesterday. As one of my viewers stated, limiting those when they're not even like steel, like museum pieces, like they're not steel prop pieces, like they're LARP cosplay swords, limiting them to something as small as like 500 and 250, that didn't make any sense to me. If you wanted to make it limited edition, you should have multiplied those numbers by at least 10, so you would have had like 2,500 and 5,000. I don't know. That's just me. That's just my thoughts. What else did we have today for Masters of the Universe? We had a lot of figures come out. Now remember, we have the oversized Horde Trooper going up for pre-order on Mattel Creations as an exclusive next week. But today, we got 3 new Eternia figures, and I'm not going to go over all of them individually, but we have Flying Fist He-Man, new Eternia Evelyn, and new Eternia Fisto. Flying Fists, I'm okay. I don't need that one. I was never really into Flying Fists He-Man even as a kid. The Fisto one, I'm not sure if I'm digging that one or not. I kind of feel like the original look of Fisto might be a little bit better than this, but I can see an appeal to this. I do dig how he has like that big mallet, and it looks like you can take the head off the mallet and put it on his hand, so like instead of just a fist, he has like a pile driver thing going on, so that's really cool. The one I'm definitely going to be into is the new Eternia Evil Lyn right here. I think the look, the sculpt, the detail, the face sculpt on it, the armor she's wearing, I think the whole thing looks fantastic. She has the cape, which is what this Evil Lyn needs, and I really like how it looks like her scepter can either be the longer staff or like the shorter wand type thing that she had in the cartoons and maybe the mini comics as well. The only thing that she doesn't come with, because you get the figure, you get, I believe it's 3 sets of hands and the scepter. The only thing she doesn't come with that I wish she did was an unmasked head. I really like that stark white, like Targaryen hair that Evil Lyn is portrayed with. And I think this would have been really cool with a helmetless head. Kind of makes me wonder if the ball joint would be the same as the Revelation Evil Lyn, but this is a better face sculpt. This really is a better face sculpt. So yeah, I'm up in the air on what we would do, on what I would do about that. So those are the 3 that came out for New Eternia. But then we also had 3 figures come out for the Origins line, or rather for the cartoon collection, that we got Ram Man, Mantenna, and She-Ra. And normally I would jump on pretty much anything She-Ra, but I have the Origins figure of She-Ra. And other than maybe an updated body, there's not much more to this one that the Origins figure didn't have. But it is She-Ra. You get the figure, you get the Sword of Protection, and you get the shield. And I know the sword and the shield are actually one and the same, but I always like posing her with the shield and the sword. I just think that looks really cool. The cartoon collection figures are $19.99, $20 each. I'm saying that I already have the Origins figure, so I probably won't get this one, but more than likely I'm going to pick up She-Ra when it's all said and done as well. Now, the other ones we have are Ram Man and Mantenna, and I haven't really taken a look at those ones real close up yet, but Ram Man definitely has that animated look to him. He has legs extended, which is very interesting to me, because if I remember Ram Man correctly from the cartoon, he was basically a dwarf, wasn't he? He was always compressed and then sprung out. It looks like this figure, he's just always standing with the legs extended, which I find interesting because that's not how it should be. I thought he should be like squished down. Yeah, because I remember with my toy, the original one, remember how you could compress him and then hit the button and he launched up? Because of the cartoon, I always had him compressed walking around, waddling like that. Now, the only accessory that he comes is something called a Shokatai idol? Shokatai idol? I don't know what that is. I'm not real familiar with the cartoon. I didn't watch the cartoon that much. So he comes with that. If you know what it is, cool. Let me know in the comments down below because I am kind of curious what that is. I'm assuming that comes from a specific episode. A lot of stuff like this usually does. And then the last one we have is Mantenna, which, if I recall correctly, this is kind of the first Mantenna that has all of the legs split into four. And that's really cool. He has that really spindly, spidery look that he had for the cartoon. Very bright colors. Love that blue. And the eyes do bug out a little. They come forward, it looks like, more than going up like it did on the vintage figure. And I don't think Mantenna comes with any accessories. Let me see here. Nope, it's just Mantenna. No accessories for Mantenna, just the figure. But I think I get that because he is a little bit, he's a different sculpt. There's more plastic to him. So to keep it at that $20 price point, they probably said no accessories, just throw the figure in, make him. Although he is going to be missing something without like his Horde crossbow. And then finally, the other thing that came out is Turtles of Grayskull, another wave of Turtles of Grayskull. We got Origins Turtles of Grayskull Donatello, a new version. We got a new version of Raphael. We have the Turtles of Grayskull Rattler, and we have Mechaneck. So that's pretty cool. We have two new versions of the Turtles, and we have two figures that both have extending necks. Both Rattler and Mechaneck have the extending neck feature for them. Now, the Turtles of Grayskull figures are $20.99, so they're $21, $1 more than the other figures are, which isn't bad. I don't think that's bad. And I'm curious as to why they came out with new versions of Raph and Donnie. Are all of them going to get new versions? Have we gotten new versions of Mikey yet? I don't think so. But yeah, I'm curious as to why there's new versions of them out. And it looks like Raphael is a bit of a cyborg at this point. How he has like sort of like a mechanized leg and a half mechanical arm. Are they trap jawing him? That would be really cool. Because he also has this big like pincer thing right here that he can put on his hand that looks like it might be something built out of a mouser. I don't know. That's really cool. I'm not going to get too into these. That's what we have today. We have the one from Fresh Monkey Fiction. We have the other one going up for pre-order from Fresh Monkey Fiction. And we have all of that MOTU that got released. And remember, all of the MOTU is not part of the 25th anniversary celebration. They are not exclusives. As a matter of fact, everything that we just talked about being released, with the exception of, I believe, the sword, can be found at other retails like channel sponsor Entertainment Earth. There will be links for everything in the description below. One other thing that I keep forgetting, or not that I keep forgetting, but I just found out about today, is that you know about the Big Bad Toy Store 25th anniversary $25,000 sweepstakes giveaway. I've talked about it before. There's a link to it in the description below. They are also giving away a signed Dark Leonardo figure. And this is pretty cool that it is signed by, let me get to it, that to enter the drawing for this, the rules for it and how to enter are on Big Bad Toy Store's Instagram page. I will leave a link to that below as well. And it says, we are extremely excited to partner with the loyal subjects to give away 6 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Best Action Dark Leonardo Battle Ready, signed by Mateus Stem. I am going to murder that name. Let me bring it over to this screen because I don't have my glasses on and I can't read. Mateus Santaluco. I believe he is the sculptor of the figure. So there will be 6 of those given away. I've already ordered. Links to everything, including how to enter this, in the description below. Enter and good luck. And tomorrow is Saturday, so there's nothing going on tomorrow, but next Wednesday is the next time this will pick up. And what we have is this. This is our next silhouette. Once again, I'm guessing this is something from Fresh Monkey Fiction, and I'm going to play it safe and say this is probably part of their Eagle Force again. I'm going to say it's going to be part of that, of like their 4-inch line. So we'll have to wait until Wednesday to see what happens. There will be other videos coming in the meantime. As a matter of fact, today is Renegade Con over at Renegade Game Studios, and it's an online event. If there's anything, I am watching it. If there's anything exciting, anything worth talking about, I'll make a video about that. But I think you can watch and see. I don't know how much they would put out that like I would be into right now, because the last Renegade Con was when they did all of like the G.I. Joe stuff. So this time I think it's basically Heroescape and a bunch of their in-house stuff. So until next week, my friends, I will see you then. Don't touch that dial. Before you go, please remember to do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you already are a subscriber, what a legend you are. If you like what we do here and you want to help the channel grow, please consider becoming a member, whether through YouTube memberships or our coffee monthly subscription. Links to that in the description below. Both of them for $1 a month, you can get access to exclusive content, such as our monthly member exclusive video. This month is the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Stinger. So until next time, my friends, play well, stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.